Hello and welcome back to my workshop. I hope everyone is having an awesome day today. Now in today's episode, we're going to do something we haven't done in a long time, and that is make something with some Australian melee burl. I know you guys have been asking for it, and today's the day. Now before we do get into today's build, I wanted to let you guys know we currently have our massive Easter sale going on in our Etsy store. Everything at the moment is 15% off and every order gets a free gift. Now, if you guys saw the Maker channel earlier this week, you would have seen all those free gifts. We have some really awesome ones that we're going to randomly add into everyone's order. So if you guys have been chasing a dragon egg, a frog, a skull, maybe even our new shirts, this is our new Maker shirt with our new logo. We also have tumblers, pocket hugs, bear hugs. It's all over there. So after this episode, go check it out. There will be a link in the description. But right now, we need to get on to today's build. Have a look at this awesome piece of melee burl that I've picked. It has this really cool, I guess you'd call it live edge on the side there. And it's all really knotty. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on trying to take that piece. So the first thing we need to do is go to my bandsaw and cut it out. So now that my piece of burl is all shaped up, the next thing I'm going to do is take myself a brush, give it a good clean, then I'm going to put it inside my vacuum chamber, add some of this stabilizing resin, and then create a vacuum. And what that's going to do is it's going to pull the air out that's trapped inside the burl, and then once I release my vacuum, that stabilizing resin will get sucked into all the voids. I'll then be able to put it in my oven for about 3 hours at 90 degrees Celsius, and when it comes out, it'll be hard as a rock and ready to turn. So the burl has now finished baking in the oven. It's nice and hard, ready to turn. But before we do that, we need to add ourselves some colour. Now I know there's a few people out there that aren't a big fan when I add colour to the raw burl like this. But if we don't do it, we're not going to get those cool, colourful effects in the resin. So the first thing I need to do is I'm going to paint it black with some acrylic paint, and then we can put our colour over the top. Now the theme I'm going to go for with this piece of burl is my world famous universe theme. Everyone loves them. Now to do my universe theme, I need 5 colours. I need 2 shades of purple, 2 shades of blue, and 1 pink. Ah, damn it. 1 out of 5 ain't bad, right? Now, in addition to my mica powders here, I'm also going to add some glow in the dark. I've got a couple of blues here, or a blue and an aqua. So I'm going to put them into my blues. Now, if you guys want to try these glow powders for yourself, there's a link in the description. I found these are the best ones that I've ever used. They seem to be very bright. Now, I don't normally add glow powder to my universe, but this piece of burl has some really cool little valleys in there. And I thought it might be quite nice to fill those pockets up with some glow powder or some glow pigment. That way, once it's finished, hopefully it'll project a nice light up. Now all I need to do is mix it with some UV resin and then we can paint it on. So now that all the colours are made up, it's time for the fun part where we get to be creative. Now before I go ahead and start painting, you'll notice here I have a new brush and you can see the bristles are nice and straight. Well, what I like to do for the universe to help me mix the colours is I like to rough these bristles up a little bit. So I just smash it on the table just like this, just to rough them up. Now you can see they've kind of all splayed out a little bit, I guess you'd call it. Much like my hair. Now I do have two brushes. I'm going to keep one for the blues and one for the purples. And I've also got some paper towel because I will need to wipe it in between colours. Now with this blue, like I said before, I want to get it down in these cracks. Now you'll notice that I am applying the colour quite thick, but I am going to blend it towards the end. Now as I'm blending, I'm also twisting the brush at the same time. So basically what I'm trying to do here is just get rid of the hard edges and make everything just look seamless and blended together. So now that I've laid the base platform of colours that I want, I'm going to go ahead now and just put accents in everywhere. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So now all we have to do is take our UV torch and cure the resin. Now since it is a beautiful day outside, I did just go ahead and put the burl out in the sun just to make sure it gets nice and set. So the next thing we need to do is glue it into our casting container and mix up some resin. Now I'm just going to use this plastic cup as my casting container, and I'm going to take some UV resin, put it on the bottom of the burl and glue it into the cup. Now the resin I'm using for this one is called Artcast Slow Set. It's from Just Resin. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out. And there's also a discount there for you. Now I don't normally do this for my universes, but I am going to add the nebular effect. And for that, I'm going to use some electric pink. So I do need to pour a little bit of my resin into this shot glass and then add the pigment. Now we don't need too much. Make sure you always mix your pigments well before use. Have a look at how good that electric pink is. This one is amazing. Okay, now we can put that to one side. We can bring back our resin. Now I do need to add some glitter in there. That way we can watch it dance on pot cam. Now in addition to the glitter, I'm also going to add a tiny amount of blue dye. Now as you can see, I do have some leftover resin, but don't worry, I'm not going to waste it. I'm actually going to go give this to Nicole next door. And if you want to see what she makes with it, check out our second maker channel. There's a link at the top here somewhere. Okay, now the next thing I need to do is add my nebular effect. Now to do this, I'm actually just going to take a toothpick. I'm going to dip it into my nebular effect here. And we're just going to wisp it around. Now you do want to do this slowly. Okay, that's looking pretty good. You can see the nebular effect in there. It's exactly where I want it. Now, as you know, when we put this in the pressure pot and watch it on pot cam, we see the resin dance. Now that may cause the nebular effect to sort of move around a little bit, but hopefully, fingers crossed, it stays where we want it to. I'm actually going to have a spy inside the pot, so she'll be able to keep an eye on it for us. While that resin is in the pot curing, I wanted to show you guys the full range of our new maker shirts. Now you guys would have seen the white version that I had on at the start of this episode. I now have the black version on. We also have this really cool red one. And my beautiful model over here.
You've got the blue one on.
The blue one. How cool does that look?
I love the blue one.
People were saying on our maker channel that it brings out the blue in your eyes.
Blue eyes.
Yeah. No, it looks really good. Now, in addition to the shirts, we also have some brand new tumblers. Have a look at this one. That logo looks so crisp. I actually did that on the S1, XTOOL S1 engraver. And also, anyone who orders a shirt gets a free sticker.
That's pretty cool.
Gotta love the freebies, hey?
Yeah.
So if you guys want to check it out, there's a link in the description or at the top of the screen here. Check it out after the video because right now we need to get back to this episode. Oh yeah, looks really good. Did you enjoy that, Courtney? Man, this thing is creepy. Now before I can turn this on my lathe, I need to glue it to a waste block, and I'm going to do that with some 5-minute epoxy. Thought it wasn't going to come out then for a second. Now before I glue it onto my waste block, I just need to get this lip off, and I'm going to do that on the disc sander. Can anyone guess what I'm turning? If you've been a fan of the channel for a while, you probably already know. Okay, we are all finished. How many of you guessed what I was making? What do you guys think? Our dragon Easter egg. Since it's almost Easter, right? Why not make an Easter egg? Have a look at how cool this piece of burl is. Have a look at the nice patterns here. I did really well picking this one. I reckon it's going to look amazing. We'll give it a sand, we'll give it a polish, and then we'll be able to check it out, and hopefully our glow powder works really well. Now, as you can see, I have swapped lathes, and that's mainly because I do a lot of wet sanding, and as you can see, I make a ton of mess. So instead of ruining my good one, I'll ruin this cheaper one. I'll start off with a bit of 600. Now that I've finished with the 600, I'm going to move over to the 800. Okay, the sanding's all done. The next thing we need to do is go give it a buff. Now, before we take a look at this gorgeous egg, I want to quickly show you some others that I've made. Have a look at these beauties. Don't they look good? I love making universe eggs, and it's even more special when they're on brown mallee burl. Now, these will all be in the store now. And don't forget, we currently have 15% off everything, and every order gets a free gift. So head on over, check out these beautiful wooden resin eggs. They won't last long. In fact, they're becoming quite rare because we don't make wooden resin eggs as often as we used to. Now, the egg that I made in this episode is also available in the store, so go check that out. And one other quick thing, I have made an additional 3 universe eggs that I'm going to give away to 3 of you guys. All you have to do to enter is leave me a comment down below. You can say anything you want, like, geez, Ben, your universe eggs look amazing. Or maybe shave your bloody beard off your scruff. Anything you want. Comment as many times as you want, and in a few weeks' time, we'll randomly pick 3 lucky winners and send you each a universe egg. Now, one other quick thing, if you like this episode, please let me know by hitting the like button, but only do it if you feel this video deserves it. Now let's check out my egg.